Hi, I have been an addict of self victimization until my desire to be my truest, highest self and to create a better life for me became greater than my desire to hide behind my addiction and to get myself and other people to feel sorry for me and my situation. And so today I wanted to talk about the addiction that most of us don't see, self victimization. First, let us understand what is self victimization. When we come up with 1,000 excuses to not do the things that we are supposed to be doing, or we should be doing, or we can do, but like to crib about how bad or how terrible our situation is, that is self victimization.
I'm not lucky enough to get a better job. I don't know why I'm always sick. I am so sickly.
I have no time to work out or even look after myself. Too many responsibilities.
When we use these kind of sentences, we are essentially feeling bad for ourselves and we expect that the other person also understands our situation and feels bad for us. While physically all of the above sentences might actually be true, we are actually playing the victim role. Let's take a look at few of the reasons as to why this might be the case. Number one, we feel helpless and we don't see a way out of the situation. Number two, if others understood or felt sorry for us, it might make our work or life a little bit easier. Number three, others feeling sorry for us too makes us feel a little better about our life and the situation we find ourselves stuck in. Number four, and the most important reason, and a very invisible reason, I think, is because somewhere we actually like playing the victim. Because if we were to make changes, that would be uncomfortable and difficult for us. And because this is something that is hidden from our view, it is comfortable for us that we and everybody else around us feel sorry for us. So we don't need to change anything or make an effort to change, and we just stay here and be and do like we have always been being and doing. We don't want to make changes because we are used to dealing with the situation, or we are used to the situation even though we might complain about it. Somewhere unconsciously, we actually like where we are and we like the attention. Sometimes the complaining is only a habit and we are not actually conscious of the words or the things that we say to others about ourselves or our situation. What if we decided to stop the complaining? What if we decided to be our authentic selves? What if we sat back and noticed if we are actually victims of the situation or we're just playing the victim of the situation? And what if we decided to stop playing the victim role? Self-victimization, in my view, is a very mental issue. It starts with the mind and it can only be resolved in the mind. If you recognize these patterns in yourself, I wanted to share a few of my steps to help you come out of the self-victim mode. So back to the topic. How do we come out of the self-victim mode? First, by making the decision to change our mind. When we decide to change our mindset, we are essentially making a choice to become consciously aware of ourselves in every way. Once we decide, then we start to notice every choice we make in every situation. Second, we choose to make these choices for ourselves irrespective of who is looking and who is not. When we make choices, we notice how we feel about these choices and we own how we feel about these choices, whether it is anger, frustration, pride, difficulty, discomfort, etc. And we ask ourselves, do we want to give up or do we want to continue and push through? So essentially, we address these feelings and choose our actions all within ourselves, irrespective of who is watching, who knows, who agrees, and who understands. Third, letting go of the guilt attached to these choices and find a new way to do things in our own way. I want to diet, but I also want to eat chocolate. So either I apply my self control and don't eat the chocolate and regret my decision and feel angry or hungry, angry or frustrated about not being able to taste the chocolate, or I eat the chocolate and I face the consequences that I might put on some weight because of my choice or because of my decision. But I can also find a way to have the chocolate and then make up for having the chocolate. Maybe I work out a little bit more. Maybe I do not eat any more fatty foods during the day. Or maybe I eat the chocolate but in moderation. In this way, I control my choice and I control the guilt attached to my choice. Maybe I also get rid of the guilt attached to my choice because now I don't feel guilty anymore. I did what I wanted to and I also made up for the consequences of it. Because guilt keeps us bound to the situations since it plays over and over in our mind, making us overthink situations, choices, things we should have done but didn't do or could have done but didn't do. Some habits grow so deep in us that we do not see them as bad because society has normalized these habits or these behaviors, and we are all living with this addiction and don't even notice it because in trying to support one another and trying to support ourselves, we have somewhere normalized it. Yes, of course, we all have different lives, different circumstances, different situations. But within our limited abilities, resources, and situations, we do have opportunities that we can take to make ourselves and our lives better. And we are the only ones that know how to do this or what we need to do because nobody can know us better than ourselves and nobody can know our situation better than ourselves. So there is always a chance that if we paid more attention, if we were more conscious, if we lived more consciously, we could definitely find the loopholes in our situation. And so finding loopholes is absolutely up to us. So, do we want to play the victim or do we consciously want to make a change, even if it's a very small one, to better our lives today? Thank you for watching. Love and light.